Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Your boy, he's getting some energy back. He's still coughing here and there. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, but generally energy has been much higher. So very, very grateful for that. Listen, today we are talking about Turbo, right? We're gonna go over a couple things. We're gonna do a January 2025 recap. We're gonna look at price and where it's headed and what to expect over the next coming few short weeks, ladies and gentlemen, right? So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. The most important thing. So I lied, this is not the most important thing, but here we can see, dear Turbo and Turbo Toad community, right? My first exclusive first edition Turbo Ape collection is officially now available, right? So I know a lot of us are not into, Turbo Toad apes or NFTs in general, but it's still something cool, right? We can see people doing Turbo Toad apes. So, this isn't necessarily anything crazy for Turbo, but it'll always bring some awareness. This is the main thing I wanted to discuss in terms of the fundamental news, right? So we can see in January 2025, just this month alone, right? We have had many things happen, right? We have had many, many things happen, right? We can see my comment here. A lot of people are happy, and we're going to go through them right now. So we can see, right, collabs and integrations, right, with Flues, Zbeck, Diggers Go, Koala AI, Transporter, right, Open Format, Interport Finance, Coinbase in New York, Bitpanda, 2x long options leverage, Prototype, Turbo Toad plushies, Turbo Chain update. So we've pretty much covered all of this on the channel before. So I'm not going to go through literally every single thing, but we can see, right? In terms of, nice, big, solid updates, we have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's what I mean. This community, this token is extremely, extremely active, right? We have been doing, well, not me necessarily, but Turbo has been doing what it can, right? Some things like Robinhood, I'm sure there's some kind of talks behind the scenes, right? I cannot confirm them, but with the trend we're going, right, with these tokens getting listed and these tokens getting listed, it's only a matter of time before Turbo gets listed, right? So we can see, right? We can see over here that a lot of things have had happened. And the thing is, the crazy thing is Turbo, compared to so many meme coins, is going to be on that path where it's going to run out of things to do, right? Because when you're a newer coin and you're building up and you're getting some kind of momentum, you got so many exchange listings you can do. You still have so many partnerships you can do. You can do so many things because you're still fairly new, right? Turbo has been here for a year and it just consistently slams update after update. Like it is just beautiful. This is what we like to see. So, shout out to Turbo for that. When we go on the Turbo coin, right, on the charts, we can see Turbo, right, as said in the previous video, which actually a lot of you guys didn't view, which I'm surprised. But pretty much if you watched yesterday's video, I was saying, well, on the hourly, things could have been looking good, but then we went to the daily close, it was not looking good at all. And I believe, we were going to go down, right? We were going to go down. Very, very weak daily candle close, big rejection, right? We talked about how there is a big, big, support and resistance forming over here, how we rejected, and you can see that bang, we crashed down, right? We crashed down, right? I did say we will see if there's a pullback down through this area roughly over here, and to see if we can get some kind of pullback. Now, I don't really think there will be a pullback. The reason why I say this, ladies and gentlemen, right, is because of Bitcoin, right? Me and my bias on Bitcoin, I still believe Bitcoin has to be going down to $92,000, right? This is just the way I learned to trade based off certain beliefs, right? And I'm sticking to my guns, right? I'm sticking to my guns, right? Over the last coming weeks, we did generally say there was lots of liquidity being built up over here, right, along this trend line. Then we can see last week we pretty much slammed right through it. Then I said, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, I said, be expecting some type of pullback. And I said, generally, this area over here is where we're going to be re- retesting and resisting off. And that's pretty much what happened. Of course, it just went a little bit higher, which doesn't matter because it only matters when you're leverage trading. And we can see we have sold off heavy. Then yesterday, we talked about how, hey, this is looking, this is a break of structure, right? We broke structure. The price is extremely weak at this current moment. I expect either, to go lower or a little bit of a pullback to go lower, right? And we can see that, it was so weak that we just kind of went flat line sideways and just died, right? Um, I expect some type of pullback once we get to roughly the 98K area, right? Whether it will do something like this, sweep it, right? Or just, kind of start just going sideways already. I expect some type of pullback overall, right? Any type of pullback is going to be so that Bitcoin can go lower, right? We can see when we even go on the weekly closes, the weekly candle over here is very, very weak, and I expect a pullback, right? I've been talking about this. You might be wondering, hey, I thought this was a turbo video. Why are you talking about this? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the reality is for 99.9% of times when Bitcoin is going down, everything else is going down. Okay. The only time that's really like okay, and that's actually fantastic, is when we lose lots of Bitcoin dominance in the context that altcoins start pumping. Okay. So, yeah, so I have to talk about Bitcoin sometimes because it is very, very important. Generally speaking, we are ranging right now. We are in a range. Let's just say the average range is definitely from roughly 91,500 to the average range of being like, let's say 100 and 103,000, right? Generally speaking, right? If you want to be more, that person that takes it from the like lows, right? We can say 90,000 to even upwards of 109,000, right? But we have been ranging, generally speaking, off of this area more or less, and it's no different, right? I expect a pullback down to 92, 93K into the specific candle, right? And that's when I believe we will be looking to reverse. And I believe everything will be reversing very, very hard, ladies and gentlemen. So do not get discouraged, right? Do not get discouraged. Things will, look very, very good in the near future. This is just the way the market's played out, right? It's the same thing with gold. It's the same thing with other coins. They take time. The more money there's involved, the longer it will take. Okay. That is just the reality, right? Uh, I will show you one thing and I'll also show you actually another thing. So actually right now, right? If I go to Turbo's holdings, we can see that Turbo is technically the most holders it's ever had. So this is very good, right? More and more people are buying. And what's good also is that these people, shout out these people, you guys are getting a discount, right? Whether it's people or institutions, right? Big, big, very big discounts. Another thing I want to show before we end off this video is that we can see, generally speaking, altcoin season has always kind of started in February. And yes, it is technically February 2nd, and we still haven't really done anything, but you know, I do expect sometime in February to do really, really well. When will we start doing well? Well, like I said, once we get to that 92K area and start reversing, that's when I'll be like, all right, guys, listen, this is going to be looking good, right? Like I said, we are just currently accumulating, right? We are just currently accumulating to go up higher. Okay. It just takes more time. It is what it is, right? We all wish it could just be kind of like this, where we were just never stopping, right? From pretty much beginning of November, we went from, let's just say, 68K to roughly the end of November to 99,000 to 100K. Like, we wish we could just keep going like up 30K roughly, in just a month. But that's not how it works, right? So I expect us to be going sideways and then again expand above these highs, probably another 10, 20, 30K. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.